Battle Through the Heavens, Grand World. Chapter 212, the second incomplete scroll. With just 3 medicine pills, the atmosphere instantly exploded. Everyone on the ordinary seats looked at the jade bottle in the old man's hand with bloodshot eyes. After consuming it, they would be able to fly into the sky. This effect had caused them to go crazy. Especially some of the Emperor-level guests. Their strength. In the star-severing mountain range, they were considered above average. If they had this thing, even if they were Monarch Emperor experts, they would be able to escape with ease. Not only the ordinary seats, even some of the experts in the private rooms couldn't help but look at the 3 medicine pills. Their minds were instantly stirred. As for those true Monarch Emperor level experts, they only took a glance before continuing to rest with their eyes closed. This kind of thing was completely useless to them. The medicine pills could be ignored, but the people below were quite excited. Their eyes were fixed on the 3 medicine pills, and their breathing became somewhat hurried. Sensing the heated atmosphere of the battlefield, the old man chuckled lightly. He said in a clear voice, "The starting price of these 3 medicine pills is 1 million monarch crystals. If anyone is interested, let's begin the bidding." As soon as his voice faded, the crowd below burst into an uproar, and numerous sharp voices resounded in an instant. 1.1 million. 1,050,000. The sound of continuous bidding sounded. Xiao Yan was sitting in the private room, clicking his tongue and sighing. If it wasn't for the fact that he had nearly 30 to 40 fire wings, he wouldn't have been able to hold back his urge to bid. After all, these 3 monarch emperors could be considered as 3 lives for anyone below the monarch emperor. Not long after, the price of the 3 fire wings had risen to 1.6 million. Xiao Yan's heart trembled when he heard this. He suppressed the urge to sell a few fire wings and let out a sigh. Xiao Yan took a deep breath. Taking a deep breath, he glanced at the jade bottle in his hand and hurriedly put it away. He stopped thinking about this matter. When the price rose to 1.8 million, the sound of the bidding finally became softer. A tall and thin man in the ordinary seats looked excitedly at the medicine pill in the old man's hand. Although he had spent all 1.8 million monarch crystals in his hand, it was insufficient to obtain these 3 medicine pills. Alright, this Mr. bids 1.83 million. If no one bids, then this transaction will be. The old man smiled as he looked at the tall and thin man. When he saw the excited expression on the man's face, the old man couldn't help but laugh in his heart. In the eyes of the Monarch Emperor level expert, this medicine pill was useless. To these guys, the attraction was not ordinary. 2 million. Just as the old man was about to announce the successful transaction, a calm voice suddenly rang out from the platform, causing the tall, skinny man's excited expression to stiffen. The old man looked in the direction of the voice. The owner of the voice did not speak again, allowing the crowd to look at him. He nodded at the maid beside the private room. The latter immediately walked forward and put up a jade plate beside the private room. 2 million words slowly appeared on the plate. After the price of 2 million was called out, the old man swept his gaze across the surroundings. When he saw that no one made a sound, he knocked the small wooden hammer in his hand with a smile on his face. This business had been very successful. After 2 items that caused everyone to go crazy appeared, the atmosphere on the stage reached its climax. Everyone looked at the stage in high spirits, waiting for the next item with anticipation. On the stage, Yin Jushuan rubbed his chin. His needle-like beard was tied in his hand, and he had a strange feeling. He looked at the auction scene below, and his eyes narrowed. No one knew what he was thinking. Sect Chief, this time, the auction is really fierce. I think the Profound Yin sect will make a huge profit this time. An elder of the Profound Yin sect looked down from the side with a smile on his face. He stroked his beard and said with a smile. Yin Jushuan let out a cold laugh when he heard this. His eyes were fixed on the numerous private rooms on the tall platform. He said in a flat tone, "This is nothing. These people on the stage are the real investors. Otherwise, why would I invite them here?" Pausing for a moment, Yin Jushuan looked at the elder who had spoken earlier and said coldly, "How are the preparations for the upcoming competition going? I didn't think about getting someone to propose any conditions to me." When the latter heard this, his heart skipped a beat. Then, he chuckled and said, "Sect Chief, don't worry. A few good seedlings from the Profound Yin sect will participate in the competition. Besides, Yin Kang has also come out of seclusion. With him around, you can rest assured. Yin Jushuan finally smiled gently when he heard this. He played with the ring on his finger and softly said, "That's good. That kid's strength. I still have a rough idea in my heart. Before entering, he can defeat the Emperor. Now that he have come out, I estimate that no one in the Emperor stage will be a match for him." That's of course. Yin Kang's strength is outstanding even amongst the young generation of the star-severing mountain range. In the future, when he grows up, he will definitely lead the profound Yin sect to glory. After listening to Yin Jushuan's words, the elder chuckled and cupped his fists at Yin Jushuan. His tone was full of admiration. Yin Jushuan smiled faintly, but his eyes were full of smiles. This precious son of his was truly outstanding. All these years, he had become very familiar with his killing techniques in star-severing mountain range. After this competition ended, it was time for him to go out and explore the world. One after another, precious treasures were auctioned off like a flower, causing people to be dazzled by them. During this period of time, Xiao Yan also made his move decisively. He bought a fist technique monarch skill at a shocking price. That fist technique monarch skill was one of the quarter punches of the Silent Heaven fist, and it was called the Empyrean Terminus fist. Similarly, although it was a high-grade monarch art, the eyes of the experts from the profound Yin Castle were quite sharp. They could tell that this was a fragment of a powerful monarch skill. Without saying anything, they opened up 1 million monarch crystals. Although many people were interested in this fist technique, it was a boundless technique. It was undoubtedly a pipe dream to find the rest of the fragments in the great world. Many people could only hold on for a moment before giving up. Xiao Yan, on the other hand, called out 2 million in one go, causing all those who wanted to fight for it to shrink back immediately. In any case, it was not him who bid for 2 million, so Xiao Yan did not feel any pressure when he bid. In the private room, Zhao Qingshan's eyes sparkled. He looked at the private room where Xiao Yan was. He hesitated for a moment, then snorted and didn't say anything. It was just an incomplete scroll, and it wasn't worth fighting over it with this guy. Xiao Yan was quite happy that he had obtained the Heaven's Top Fist. The Sky Spill Fist was only a high-grade monarch art, but it was already comparable to a low-grade monarch spell. If he combined both of his fists, it would be comparable to a high-grade monarch spell. With 2 million monarch crystals, he would be able to obtain a high-grade monarch skill. After the Heaven's Top Fist was launched, the old man clapped his hands, and another round platform rose into the air. On top of the platform, a rectangular jade box lay quietly on it. Carefully opening the box, an arm-long beast bone suddenly appeared. On the beast bone, there was a faint spiritual light flowing. Obviously, it was not ordinary. This is a high-grade heavenly beast, the leg bone of the poisonous spirit explosive blood tiger, which is equivalent to a human emperor cultivation warrior. It is extremely tough, and can be used as armor to defend against ordinary attacks below the monarch emperor. Furthermore, there seems to be a dense blood key within it. If it is extracted, it will definitely be a holy item for cultivation. The old man raised his head and looked at the crowd with a smile. The moment the beast bone appeared, Xiao Yan's body suddenly moved. The Xiaoao seemed to have a trace of excitement and restlessness. Hi guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.